Well, hello, beautiful people. How we doing? We are back at it today, and we are into the book, Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting by Lynn Grabhorn. And just so you guys know, if you guys are joining for the first time, welcome. We do recommend that you do this every day because I'm doing this 7 days a week, right? And I'd love for you guys to join, do that with me in this journey where we're just doing 10, 15 minutes of this video, of these videos. But this book is super life changing, and those who have been doing this, thank you, and your commitment has been amazing so far, and I'm sure you guys are really enjoying this because this book is all about understanding the law of attraction, right? Whether you believe it or not, it's happening. But the key is you're not, everybody talks about the thoughts, the thoughts, the thoughts. It's not about the thoughts. It's really more focusing on the feelings and how to hone in and how to create things at a much higher vibration by bringing it in with your feelings. And one of the things that I was able to do, and why I wanted to introduce this book to everybody else was because I was able to, manifest a significant amount of money, and also was able to get the dream car that I didn't had no idea how I was going to get, but just using these same principles. So hopefully that's enough for you guys to be like, hey, I'm in, let's do this. But like I said, you would get the best by watching this daily and just staying committed. And that's why I'm doing this 7 days a week. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And for those who continue to jump on board, thank you. And those who are already here and you're committed to this work, thank you so much, because we're all doing this journey together. And I can't wait to hear all the exciting wins that continue to happen. And maybe you guys want to share this with somebody who could also benefit from this. So let's go ahead and get into part 14. We're now into, I think, chapter 2 or chapter 3, sorry. And it's, no, 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 not that. I mean, I love the title names, it's just awesome. But this is actually part 14 of the video series. So let's go ahead and get into it. It's all about recipe for creation. So here we go, and let's get the audio going. There we go.
Recipe for creation. The recipe for creating anything is really quite simple. Take good or bad feelings, meaning positive or negative vibrations, bake with varying degrees of emotion to increase magnetism, and here comes what we've attracted, like it or not. What we have focused on and how we have vibrated about it is what we have gotten from birth. So, if we've been in a constant search for ways to fix all the things around us we don't like, or even if we have allowed them to be there but still haven't liked them, then we've been in a constant state of focusing on what we haven't wanted for years.
Hmm.
It takes only 16 seconds to link up vibrationally to whatever we're focusing on. That's right. Only 16 seconds of pure, focused thought, good or bad, negative or positive. In that brief time, we start to vibrate on the same frequency as whatever it is we've been emotionally thinking about, which means we're ripe for attracting that thing if we keep it up. Needless to say, we've all had an ocean full of things we've thought about over and over in repetitious 16-second segments. All those vibrations of frustration and tension and concern over the countless things we didn't want, didn't like, couldn't handle, didn't know what to do with, or thought we had to put up with.
Hmm.
Which is why, for most of our lives, we've continued to attract more of the same. Charming. Up to now, that's the fundamental way we've sculpted our lives, by this ceaseless attention to all the things we could do without, producing an unceasing undertow of negative tension.
Hmm.
Remember, I'm not talking daily rage here, just that perpetual silent murmur of, gotta fix it, gotta do it better, gotta make it right, gotta find a way, that's called either quiet concern or not in gut.
Hmm.
And on the other side of the same coin, it's called gotta accept it, gotta live with it, nothing I can do about it, like it or not. Same thing, same vibrations. This is why it is so important for us to have a broad understanding of just what negative emotion is, how covertly it works, how to spot it, why we keep having it, and oddly enough, how truly vital it is to the process of taking control. So please, don't look at this chapter on negative as negative. It's the secret component of getting us where we want to go.
Hmm. Okay.
Toys are yours.
For yours.
Imagine being a youngster turned loose in the biggest, brightest toy store you've ever seen in this whole wide world and being told you can help yourself to whatever you wanted. Wow, it's almost too far out to imagine. Yet that's what our universe is, one gigantic toy store where anything we've ever wanted to play with is either already there for the pickings or waiting to be created. All we have to do is feel what we want and magnetize it in. Let's say, for example, that here in your magic toy store, there's an exciting new job waiting for you. Or maybe it's your next house, the one with every conceivable luxury and more silly gadgets than you've ever seen. Around the corner, there's a fantastic new relationship or a polished up old one. And hot dog, there's your updated body with all the appropriate corrections. This is terrific. But where are all these goodies going to come from? Are they just going to fall from the sky or come from our guardian angels in the outfield? No, they're going to come from you. To pull them in, all you have to do is want them with a gut blasting, feel good vibration.
Hmm.
Moldy old beliefs. It's hard for us to swallow the concept that what has been in life has absolutely nothing to do with what can be. That's diametrically opposed to how we think things work. Yet what has been, or whatever is in our face right this minute, is simply the result of how we flowed our energies in days gone by. It is not the way things are. What has been is not a result of anything or anybody out there, nor is it a result of good or bad luck, a result of being a good person, a righteous person, or a sanctimonious ass. What has nothing to do with family or government or schooling. What has been in our life comes squarely from where our focus has been. And a major part of our focus has come from antiquated beliefs, those smelly old philosophies that were pounded into our heads or that we blindly accepted as reality from way back to toddler days. We were jammed full of them and still are. Archaic patterns of thought about what we think reality is. Thought patterns that, frankly, belong in the garbage can.
All right.
Fussing.
There you go. Belong in the garbage can. I like it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back here. Yeah, so this is interesting, right? And one of the key things, and I think because I learned this way back in the early 2000s, but that 17 seconds that she talked about, I think I originally learned 19 seconds, but it's a sweet spot of just focusing in on what you want is super powerful, especially if you can do that multiple times during the day. That's a little secret, because we're already doing it, right? And I know you guys have all been there. And if you want to comment down below, where there's been those situations where it's just like you could just be laying in bed, or you could be, just in your car, when you feel those moments of depression, but those thoughts that you're creating, I mean, that you're using are creating things. And, just taking that 17 seconds. So when and the good thing is that now you know that when it happens, you can stop it, and then you can focus on something else. You can focus on what it is that you do want and not worrying about the how. That's the key. And that's really what she's breaking down. And again, they're going to break it down even further. I love how detailed this book goes into, and it really breaks it into simple simplistic terms, because a lot of stuff can get a little overwhelming, but they're using real world examples, and that's also why I'm here, so you guys can also ask those type of questions, so that we can make sure that we're all understanding this and learning this together as we go along this journey. So I hope you guys are really, really enjoying this, and thank you guys so much for coming and being a part of this. And until next time, we'll see you. We'll see you. So take care.